total relaxation by the cat this morning. Hey Sammy. Meanwhile, back in decking land, the plan is to fit these horizontal joists and also these diagonals. I've given them a coat wood preserver already, so I'm going to start with the diagonals and the struts that I've made here, braces, and then see if there's any missing. Then I'll make those, give them some wood preserver, and then I'll fit those. Plan is to have it done by lunchtime. Let's see. Right, first section is in, and all I need to do is to make horizontals for there, there, and there. Very good. Right, as luck would have it, managed to have a few offcuts that fit perfectly there, and also perfectly here. Maybe a bit big for the job, but never mind. So only had to make one for there. Also out of my scrap pile, but all good. Progress being made. Good progress. First bunch of joists are in, rather. But I've now run out of little support, so I need to make myself some more supports. Getting close to being finished, but ran out of screws, so I bought some new screws, 6mm screws by 100 centimeters or 100mm. Problem is, my screwdriver attachment doesn't go down far enough. It's too sharp, so it doesn't fit in the head particularly well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grind it down a little bit with a Dremel and see if that fixes it. Well, I'd say it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. See if that works. That is it. A major milestone complete. I fitted these 3 extra short bits as well. All of those joists are new. All this lattice work is done. I'm going to lay these boards back in place, and then I'm going to call it a night. They are down. Hooray! Got 1, 2, 3 boards to make, and obviously they're not screwed down yet, they're not spaced out, but that's a job for another day. I guessed at the start that I would need 50 linear meters of decking board, and after having repaired a number on this side, I've got 3 complete decking boards left, so that was a pretty good guess right at the start. The decking is being tested for strength. Right, lunchtime on Saturday, and I have screwed down 2 or 3 screws in each board, all the bits on the left hand side. It's taken about 3 hours, and I'm exactly halfway, so this afternoon I shall do these. However, it's a little bit shorter, so hopefully it will take slightly less time. Well, it is done, this side, or at least as done as it can be. All the boards are now in and secure. I've used a box of 500 screws today, and I reckon that probably I've done about half the screws that are required, but it's looking good. It's feeling super solid, thank goodness. So I need to order more screws. Next stage is to take this long section off and inspect the joists underneath it. I know that at least one or two are rotten, but I know also some have been replaced whilst we were overseas for a few years, so let's start taking a few of them off. Right, that's enough for today. Taken quite a lot off, nearly done. Generally the wood is in pretty good condition, but there are a couple that are a bit rotten, and down here as well. So hopefully a few coats of wood preserver on all the beams, replace 3 or 4 so far. This edge beam looks pretty good. In fact, it looks pretty much brand new. I think I'll probably replace the top of this one. Yeah, pretty good. Finish removing it all tomorrow, and I'll do some destruction tomorrow as well. Nosy boy, aren't you, eh? A rainy Sunday, just decided to remove steps. Haven't quite finished removing all these boards, but getting there. Those are the few remaining boards for which I need to pull the boards off or cut the boards off rather than just unscrew them. Most of them came off pretty easily, but this down here was the bit that was repaired whilst we were overseas. I just thought I'd lift the boards off because I literally don't trust the guys that did it. They've clearly done some really bad bodges in other places. However, this bit here looks okay, with the exception of this. So they've used a rotten base to screw this back together, and not only that, I haven't actually screwed the step down, so a small amount of remediation required, but overall bit of wood restorer and that'll be done. Right, finally got all the boards off. There's a lot more work than I was expecting, so that one needs to be replaced. Yeah, I think that one needs to be replaced. Top of that one needs to go. That one needs to be replaced. But the biggest issue is this backboard here, and it's completely rotten. So that is going to have to go. And a lot of these boards that are connecting to the end here, I also cut off because they were rotten. So quite a bit more work than I was expecting. Not a complete disaster, but I need to order more wood. It seems like my earlier praise for these guys who did the end repair is a bit short-lived. They just put that bit in and left the rest to rot. So anyway, that bit's going to need to be replaced as well. So I will probably just cut it off from here and join it to this post. Obviously this whole bit along the back is all going to go, and you can see that because they just put this little stubby bit on the end, it's not actually straight, so that will probably improve the stability of the decking, and particularly around the ends of these steps as well. So enough for today anyway. Just put my wood order in. Spent a couple more hours this afternoon just starting to rip out all the rot. So this bit I've removed all the joists from and cut it down at this pillar, and then I'm going to buy some more wood to just put that on that bit. So over the next few days I will complete ripping out all of this stuff, and then I can replace it when the new wood arrives. I haven't ordered it yet.